Jay Hill here, interim leader of the federal Maverick Party. Why do I keep emphasizing that Maverick is a federal party? Well, it's because some folks still believe we are a provincial separatist party, or wish we were. Today I want to address the question, why is there a need for a strictly Western party in our federal parliament? Well, to adequately answer that question, I first need to refer briefly to my personal experience. For 17 years, from 1993 to 2010, I was privileged to be the Member of Parliament representing the constituency of Prince George Peace River in northeastern British Columbia. For the majority of that time, I was also honored to be appointed to senior caucus positions by successive leaders, both in opposition and later in government. I'm the only MP in the history of Canada's Parliament to serve more than twice as their party's chief whip, and I held that position 4 times. This is the caucus position that is responsible to the leader to ensure all MPs vote as their leader directs. The whip is also the disciplinarian for all his colleagues. I also twice held the position of House Leader, once when we were the official opposition, and later as a cabinet minister for Stephen Harper's Conservative government for 2 years between 2008 and 2010, when I resigned from Parliament. That experience has provided me with a unique insight into how and why our democracy in Canada has failed and unfortunately will continue to fail Westerners. Our political party system depends upon MPs voting together. If they don't, their opponents and the media quickly portray them as disorganized and their leader as weak and having lost control of his caucus. The claim, how can they ask Canadians to elect them to govern if they cannot even govern themselves, is immediately directed toward their party, and the public support among the voters sinks. Unfortunately, as the longest serving whip, it was my responsibility to ensure this didn't happen to Reform and later Conservative MPs, and I must have been good at it, for leaders continued to ask me to take on that role. In practice, this meant that all too often our Western MPs were called upon to vote for legislation or motions they likely would not have if their support had been contingent upon whether the vote was good for the West. That is why the #1 guiding principle of our Maverick Party will be that our future MPs will only vote for parliamentary business that is good for the West, not whether it may improve their party's electoral chances in central and eastern Canada. Next election, if you have the chance, vote for the candidate that will always vote for you as your MP. Vote Maverick. Bye for now. Please stay safe.